Objective Geology, multiple choice questions with answers. This is the solved question paper of Andhra Pradesh State Level Eligibility Test 2016 question paper. And I hope this solved question paper is useful for various competitive exams like CSIR, NET, GATE, GSI and other competitive exams. Well, first question. Mean radius of the Earth's orbit about the Sun is expressed in A. Astronomical unit, B. Light year, C. Aristotelian year, D. Geometrical unit. The correct option goes as A. Astronomical unit. The mean radius of the Earth's orbit around the Sun is expressed in astronomical units and kilometers, where 1 astronomical unit is the average Earth-Sun distance and it is approximately 150 million kilometers. So, mean radius of the Earth's orbit around the Sun is expressed in astronomical unit. Next question. Earth's only natural satellite is, very simple question, A. Sun, B. Mercury, C. Moon, D. Venus. Earth's only natural satellite is Moon. C is the correct option. Next question. Each planet is roughly twice as far from the Sun as its closest neighbor. This is known as A. Nebular hypothesis, B. Bode's law, C. Darcy's law, D. Coulomb's law. The correct option goes as B. Bode's law. The statement that each planet is roughly twice as far from the Sun as its closest neighbor is known as Bode's law. Next question. Mohorovicic discontinuity separates or it represents the boundary between A. Mantle and outer core, B. Outer core and inner core, C. Crust and mantle, D. Weathered rock and unaltered rock. The Mohorovicic discontinuity or MOHO, it represents the boundary between Earth's crust and the underlying mantle. This boundary is characterized by a distinct change in seismic wave velocities and density as earthquake waves travel faster through the denser mantle than the less dense crustal material. So, MOHO or Mohorovicic discontinuity, it represents the boundary between crust and mantle. C is the correct option. Next question. Statement 1. Physical equipotential surface of gravity is called geoid. Statement 2. Geoid reflects the true distribution of mass inside the Earth. And statement 3. Geoid differs from the theoretical ellipsoid by small amount. So out of these three statements, the choices are A. 1 is true, 2 and 3 are false, and B. 1 is false, 2 and 3 are true, and C. 1 and 2 are true, but 3 is false, and D. all the 3 statements are true. The correct option goes as D. All the statements are true. So, a geoid is an imaginary surface, it representing the physical equipotential surface of the Earth's gravity field, which closely approximates the mean sea level if it were extended globally beneath the continents. Due to the uneven distribution of the Earth's mass, gravity varies, making the geoid an irregular, undulating surface and not a smooth mathematical shape like an ellipsoid. And the geoid directly reflects the Earth's true distribution of mass because it's a surface of constant gravitational potential and it bumps and dips. That means geoid undulations, they correspond to localized variations in density within the Earth's crust and mantle. So areas with more mass, it creates a stronger gravitational pull, causing the geoid to bulge outward, while the less dense areas, they result in a weaker pull and a depression in the geoid. So this makes the geoid a vital tool for inferring the Earth's internal structure and geological processes. And the geoid differs from a theoretical ellipsoid by a small but significant amount with global deviations ranging from approximately 100 meters to 85 meters. So this difference is known as geoid undulation or geoid height, which is due to the variations in the Earth's mass distribution, which create an irregular geoid surface that it is a more accurate representation of the Earth's true shape and mean sea level compared to the smooth mathematically defined ellipsoid. So the statement 1, 2 and 3 are correct. So that's why D is the correct option. Next question. Magnetization acquired by the Earth during slow settling of the fine-grained particles in the presence of external field is called A. isothermal remnant magnetization, B. Detrital remnant magnetization, C. Chemical remnant magnetization, and D. Viscous remnant magnetization. The correct option goes as a B. The magnetization acquired by the earth during the slow settling of the fine-grained particles in the presence of external magnetic field is called detrital remnant magnetization, or sometimes it is also known as a depositional remnant magnetization. So this phenomenon, it occurs in sediments where the Earth's magnetic field, it aligns magnetic grains as they settle, locking in a preferred direction of magnetization that records past magnetic field information. So magnetization acquired by the Earth during slow settling of the fine-grained particles in the presence of external field is called detrital remnant magnetization. B is the correct option. Next question. 11-year cycle of external component of the Earth's magnetic field is called A. Diurnal variation, B. Magnetic storm, C. Sunspot activity, D. Local magnetic variation. The 11-year cycle in the Sun's magnetic field is called the solar cycle or solar magnetic activity cycle or sunspot cycle, and it is responsible for variations in the external component of the Earth's magnetic field due to the solar wind. Next question. Famous sentence of James Hutton, present is key to the past, is based on A. Principle of uniformitarianism, B. Principle of fossil content, C. Principle of lithology, and D. Principle of superposition. The correct option goes as A. James Hutton famous statement, that is the present is key to the past, is based on the geological principle of uniformitarianism. This doctrine states that natural processes currently available on the earth, such as erosion, mountain building, and sedimentation, have been operating in the same way and with the similar intensity throughout immense periods of geological time, allowing us to understand the past earth history by studying the present. So the famous statement of James Hutton, present is the key to the past, is based on principle of uniformitarianism. A is the correct option. Next question. Silicified wood is an example of A. Cast and mold, B. Petrifaction, C. Ichnofossils, and D. Trace fossils. Silicified wood is an example of petrifaction. Silicified wood is an example of a fossil which is created through a process called petrifaction or silicification, where the organic material of the wood is gradually replaced by minerals, most commonly silica. This process, it transforms the wood into a stone-like three-dimensional replica that retains the wood's original structure at a microscopic level. Silicified wood is an example of petrifaction. B is the correct option. Next question. The nearest planet to the Sun is A. Jupiter, B. Venus, C. Mercury, D. Mars. So the correct option goes as C. Mercury. Next question. Among the silicates, pyroxenes belong to A. Orthosilicates, B. Sorosilicates, C. Chain silicates, and D. Sheet silicates. So pyroxenes belongs to chain silicates. Pyroxenes are a group of silicate minerals characterized by their single chain silicate structure. This means their structure is built from linked chains of silicon oxygen tetrahedra, where each silicon atom is surrounded by 4 oxygen atoms forming a tetrahedron. These chains are then bonded together by various metal cations to create the overall crystal structure. So pyroxenes belongs to chain silicates. Next question. Igneous rocks with silicon dioxide greater than 62% are designated as A. Basic, B. Acidic, C. Intermediate, D. Ultra basic. Igneous rocks with a silica content greater than 62% are designated as acidic or felsic rocks. These rocks are characterized by their light color, low density, and abundance of quartz and potash-rich feldspar, with common examples including rhyolite and granite. Next question. What is the name of the rock dominated by mineral calcite? A. Limestone, B. Granulite, C. Phyllite, and D. Eclogite. So the correct option goes as A. Limestone. Next question. Metamorphic rock with conspicuous parallel structure is called A. Granulite, B. Marble, C. Quartzite, D. Schist. Metamorphic rock with conspicuous parallel structure is called schist. A metamorphic rock with parallel structure is called as a schist, and this characteristic parallel alignment of mineral grains known as a schistosity, it makes the rock easily split into the thin layers or plates. The parallel structure, it comes from the preferred orientation of platy minerals like mica, talc or graphite, which are abundant in schist. Next question. Wall rock alterations that indicate mineral concentrations include A. Carbonatization, B. Albitization, C. Chloritization, and D. All of the above. The correct option goes as all of the above. Carbonization, albitization, and chloritization are wall rock alterations that can indicate mineral concentrations because they are common products of hydrothermal fluids that transport and deposit ore minerals. These changes, where hydrothermal fluids react with the country rocks to alter mineralogy, are significant in mineral exploration and which helps to locate potential ore bodies that are often found within or surrounded by such alteration zones. So, wall rock alterations that indicate mineral concentrations include all of the above. D is the correct option, like carbonatization and albitization and chloritization. Next question. Spalling is a term associated with A. Fault, B. Weathering, C. Glacial action, and D. Seafloor spreading. Spalling is a term associated with the weathering, specifically a mechanical weathering process where fragments or sheets of rocks or concrete, they flake off the surface due to various stresses like freeze-thaw cycles, thermal expansion and contraction, and pressure changes. Next question. The dry porous area of pebbles and boulders at the foothills of Himalayas is called A. Bhabar, B. Bhangar, C. Tarai, D. Khadar. The dry porous area of pebbles and boulders at the foothills of Himalayas is called Bhabar. River deposits these coarse alluvial sediments in a narrow belt as they emerge from the mountains, creating a porous zone where water often disappears underground, making the area relatively dry. The dry porous area of pebbles and boulders at the foothills of Himalayas is called as Bhabar. A is the correct option. Next question. The sediments that a stream moves along the bottom of the stream channel is called A. Bottom load, B. Suspended load, C. Fine load, D. Bed load. The correct option is D. Bed load. The sediments that a stream moves along the bottom of a stream channel are called the bed load, and this bed load consists of the coarsest material such as sand, gravel, and boulders, which are transported by being bumped, pushed, or rolled along the stream bed in a process called traction or by bouncing in a process called saltation. So the sediments that a stream move along the bottom of the stream channel is called bed load. D is the correct option. Next question. The type of soil where horizon formation is absent is A. Vertisol, B. Inceptisol, C. Entisol, and D. Ultisol. The correct option goes as a C. Entisol. The type of soil where horizon formation is absent or poorly developed is called entisols. These soils are young, immature, or recently formed, and they have not undergone a significant soil forming processes to develop distinct layers or horizons. So the type of soil where horizon formation is absent is entisol. C is the correct option. Next question. The fault in which the hanging wall has gone down relative to the footwall is known as A. Normal fault, B. Reverse fault, and C. Transcurrent fault, and D. Strike slip fault. So the correct option goes as A. Normal fault. This type of the fault is caused by tensional forces which pull the rock blocks apart, allowing the hanging wall to slide downward along the fault plane. So the fault in which the hanging wall has gone down relative to the footwall is known as normal fault. A is the correct option. Next is the tips to prepare for the competitive exam. In continuation for the last video, I'm making these tips for the competitive exam. So in addition to that, I'm giving. So number one, create a study plan. So what type of exam and how many reading hours are needed exactly for that exam. So for that, you have to prepare a timetable for each exam. So for that, create a study plan. It is very important. And second point, it is analyze the syllabus. How you are going to analyze the syllabus, it makes a very important. That means what are the easy chapters are there in that syllabus and what are the difficult things are there. You can make a red mark and then you can write it down all the exam difficult things so that you can plan accordingly. So this is analyzing the syllabus, and is there the syllabus is objective or descriptive pattern, in what way you have to write the exam. So like that, analyzing the syllabus is very important. And the next step is you have to arrange all the study material which you have. So nowadays there are so many materials are in the available internet. People like you may confuse like what material I have to read. For that, you have to study the reference books. So in the next video, I'll make what are the good important reference books. So for this, please rely on the standard books. Referred material is there, and then textbooks. Minimum 8 to 10 textbooks are needed, and like apart from that, you had to read the NCERT syllabus, and then all those other stuff is there. So first thing is arrange the study material. Don't go for the simple and vague materials. So go for the preferred reference standard textbooks. So this is very important. Next is understand the exam pattern. So what type of exam it is there and what is its pattern? Suppose if it is a descriptive or it is objective, and how much authenticity you are preparing for a descriptive exam. So whether you are good at writing or that particular points, like if it is descriptive, 2 marks question or 5 marks question or 10 marks questions, like that, what is the pattern is there? And you have to understand that one, and you have to make the notes accordingly. Fifth point, make your own notes. So why this plays a very crucial, because now you say that means you have lots of loads of syllabus or material are there, but your own notes make an important criteria in passing through the exam. Because if you write the notes, this we will have more memory and you can memorize more, and then you can practice this, and you will have 100% confidence that yes, I have understand this one and I have make a notes, and then you can memorize very well. In that, for that case, you need a picture or image format of any topic. Suppose if you take any topic like in glaciers, or then suppose if you think meandering of rivers, or then drainage patterns, or anything in geomorphology, or texture patterns in petrology, or joints, or particular strike slip faults, or in structural geology, anything. For that, what is the important thing is you have to make a picture of that. You have to take a pencil, and then you have to write make the diagram of that, so that you can understand more, and then you can this picture format, it will give, or image format, this will have a long-term memory. And another important is table format. Suppose if any structure of silicates or anything it is there, you have to make in the table format, so that it's easy to note it, and then you can copy, and then you can make like some number of things are there, like how you can make it in a what you can say that that format, you repeatedly you have to see that, and then you can practice that one. So picture or image and table format, it plays an important thing for a descriptive exam. So make your own notes according to that, and then seek guidance. So this is very important, because nowadays you are preparing so much, of course that's good, but how much guidance you are needed. Suppose for the any exam, you can talk to your teacher or mentor, or you can with chit chat with the seniors or friends, and you can share your material, and you can take the guidance from them. And because every point makes an important thing. And another important step is stay motivated. So why? Because you have to stay motivated. Someday, or some days you do good, and some other days you feel very bad, or something, some functions or something, some disturbances will be there. Of course, even though you have to be stay motivated, and every time whenever you are sharing the material with your students or friends, or anybody is there, you had to be motivated that yes, I am going to secure this exam within that stipulated time period. This is very important. Always you have to be motivated, and then you can make a phone call to your friends or teachers, or that yes, I'm good at this point, I'm not this, like this. You can always be stay motivated, and don't desperate at any cost. And another important thing is eliminate distractions. Nowadays digital mania is there, means every time you have to see your mobile, and everything is available in the mobile. That means either it is positive way or negative way. So number of distractions or notifications or then social media, everything will be there. So you had to eliminate all these distractions. And the other important pointing is visualization. What is this visualization? Everybody knows that visualization means if you see and repeatedly any particular pattern or a type, and then you can become what you thoughts becomes things. So that's why your thoughts always should be motivated, and your thoughts should always be inspired, and your thought should have a good thought that yes, I'm going to crack this exam within this time period. Hook or crook, I am going to solve that, or I'm going to secure that position, or anything you can plan, whatever be be, and give a specified time period for that daily. Sit in a calm place and then visualize already that you have got the exam, or you have appointed as an officer or geologist or something or so on. And this process, it makes the things very um, promptly. So this visualization. So, and another important thing is sleep well. Most of the people, they read so much, and then they will be frustrated, and yes, I have read this much, but the thing is you have to sleep well. Minimum sleep hours are very, very, very important, so that your brain will be active. And for that, minimum 6 to 8 hours sleep is very essential. So these are the tips overall. Just I will repeat. First is to create a study plan, and second is you have to analyze the syllabus, and third is arrange all the study material, keep in files at one place for any one particular exam, and then understand the exam pattern, what type of syllabus is there, how many marks, and then what type of whether it is a what you can say that objective or descriptive, and make your own notes. That means take a book always with you, carry a notes, and a book with always carry a notes. And that notes, it should contain any picture or image or any table format which are difficult to remember, so that if you write and practice every day, that will become very easy. And another important thing is seek guidance from your teacher or professors or mentors or seniors or friends, whoever maybe website, or give it will give some complete guidance. And another important thing is stay motivated, always be motivated, stay inspired, and to discuss and have good groups, join in good groups, so that you will be having you will be connected. And eliminate distractions. What is eliminate distractions? Because the digital distractions will be there, and then mental distractions will also be there. Something, sometimes you may read more, and then you feel that, oh, I may forget, or something like that. You will have that desperate feeling. So you eliminate all these distractions and have a clear goal, and then have visualization. Everyday practice thrice or number of times as convenient to you. So this visualization is a very, 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 very crucial step, which is for any competitive exam preparation. And last thing is sleep well. So don't stress too much, have a minimum stress. And then for that, you have to make your brain sharp, so that you can remember more, so that you have to sleep well. So these are the 10 tips what I have given, and see you in the next video. These are some of the suggested books. Thank you for your time. See you in the next video. Hope you can explore geosciences and subscribe.